this on the cloud. And I'm going to start this presentation. And if anybody comes, fantastic. If they don't, we'll figure it out. Okay. There we go. All right. So today we're going to talk about sales growth on Amazon and what are the best things to do and don't do. Since you are starting your new business, I'm just going to make it a little bit more customized for you and hopefully people that are starting their business.
Great.
My name is Miriam Golubgir, and can you see that? There we go. And I have been in this industry for the past 18 years. My expertise has been in digital marketing, in telecommunication, e-commerce, IPTV, AI development, broadband, renewable energy, and financial industry. I've been at it for the past 11 years on myself with this business. And I've learned a lot about how to work with small to medium-sized businesses and create a sustainable digital marketing plan that would work for them. We provide all sorts of services from social media marketing to social media marketing strategies, website development, search engine marketing and optimization, online advertising, and video and mobile marketing. So the three cornerstones of selling and setting up a proper channel on Amazon is based on three things that we do. One is we research and add in the high performing keywords into our product listing. So everybody that's looking for that particular product can see this and comes in and buys it. Secondly, we provide incredible photos that sell itself. So these are high quality photos. We recommend, multiple angles of that particular photo. So the person can look at it and it gives them this feeling that I'm here touching it and it works for me. And then the third is utilizing your customers that are loving your products and leaving reviews and growing that positive rating for that product that you have. 90% of people that shop on Amazon, they shop based on reviews. Higher the review is, more likely people are going to buy it because that review is not just of the product, but it is of the seller as well. So I broke this out into different pillars. So the first pillar would be the product title. So the product title is what we put in onto the top of the page, and we tell the customer or the end user, this is what we're selling to you. What I always recommend is do some really extensive keyword search and figure out what are the words and variation of these words are people using to find your product. So when you do that keyword search, then you can optimize that title and put in those keyword searches, and I will tell you how to do it. So people can understand what it is that you're selling within the first 1 second to 3 seconds of reading that title. The second thing is to write up a very descriptive title. You have about 250 characters that you can add in to write your title. So the title is the most vital part of that product description. What we recommend, and this is an Amazon recommendation, is start with what's the brand, and then what sort of a product line. So let's say if the brand is, in this case, Physician Formula Shimmer, that's the brand. So what's the name of that product line? So let's say the product line is Strip Custom Eye Enhancing Kit. So that's the name of it. What material and key features represent this? So let's say if this is like an eyeshadow, add that in there. What sort of a type of product is it? What color does it have? What size does it have? Is there like a particular packaging or quantity? So here's an example. So Laura Ashley is the name of the brand. Sophia Collection is the line of the product that Laura Ashley carries. The 300 thread count is the material that is created. It's a pillowcase that we're talking about. It's the color blue, it's queen size, and it's a set for two. So again, this changes from whichever product that you're selling. Now, it is possible that when you do write this, you say, well, I don't want to talk about, I have like a blue product and I have a green product or I have different shades of blue that I want to talk about. So, and that's fine. You can add in different shades of blue, but then you can add that inside the description, not the actual title of the product, but you can have that at the description. I'm so sorry, Victoria. Is it okay if I mute you?
Yes, that's fine.
Thank you. So, but if this particular product has a color set that you want to add in, add that into the title. And then, as you can see at the bottom, it says Laura Ashley Sophia Collection, 300 thread count, pillowcase, and it's blue queen size set for two. So that is the most comprehensive title that you can write for this particular product. Now, let's say, Rick, in your position, you have sprouts. So that sprout is for different plants that you're selling. So then that could be set aside so you can have the different plants. And then let's say if you have a bag of 500 or a bag of 200, you can segment that title based on the number of items that are inside that bag that you're selling.
Right.
So a couple of things that you should never do. Number one, don't add any promotional statements. Amazon hates that because it kind of wants to create this fair playing level for everybody. So if you put in some sort of a promotion in there, they'll immediately stop you because they want your title to be as raw as possible, that it fits everybody. And one of the biggest things that ends up happening is they will suspend your account, or they will delay you long enough that you missed out on like some really good sale time opportunity. Another piece is when people add in any sort of an HTML tag or special characters. So in the past, people were able to put in some tiny little HTML codes, like hashtag love it, or hashtag good for your body, or hashtag healthy. Or they would put in some ampersand, but they will put the actual ampersand instead of like writing the word and. These are a big no-no because it actually impacts the readability of your product listing. And what will happen is it will reduce your conversion and the quality of your post. So when you post on Amazon, when you go into the Seller Central, there's a health to every product or your account. So it says your account is healthy, your products are healthy. More of these little things that people do, such as adding HTML tags, what ends up happening is it reduces your health of your products and your accounts, and you don't want that. Your product description and title has to be extremely specific and clear and concise for people to understand what it is that you're selling. The second pillar has to do with your product image. And I'm a big believer that because everybody's shopping online, they have to feel so comfortable with this product that because they've seen it in so many different angles, they've seen it such a clear, in a clear image that is high resolution, they can even see what material it's made out of. A perfect example is I was looking at a velvety style jacket, and it said velvet, and I was like, that doesn't look like velvet. And then I was able to zoom into the picture, and I could see visibly that it was velvet. It had that bit of a shimmer into it, and it got really detailed. And so that made it easy for me to make a decision that if I want it or not, because I could see it very clearly. So the first thing you want to do is comply with Amazon's image guidelines. So Amazon has a particular set of guidelines. They have to be a certain size, they have to be a certain quality, depending on the category that you're going into, and that's very important. And one of the things that they always recommend is you choose your main image to be of a product that has a white background, because that gives clarity to the actual image itself and they can see it. You want to show different angles of your products. Now, again, every category of products are different. So if you're selling an item, let's say if you're selling, a makeup kit, or if you're selling a bike, it's possible for you to get different angles on this particular product. But a bag of sprouts, hard for you to get different angles of a bag of sprouts, but you can try to get as nitty-gritty to the actual sprout, and then maybe perhaps provide some information on the image of what it is that they're looking at.
Mary, just to clarify, excuse me, sorry, it's not sprouts that we're going to be selling, it's the actual grower, the unit.
Okay,
So,
there you
yeah,
go. So
just
you'll be able to showcase some proper photos of it.
Yeah.
So that's a really good thing.
Yeah.
If there are so I don't recommend putting lifestyle images into your product description, but
agree.
there's certain cases that it is possible to put some lifestyle images. However, there is a possibility for you to add those lifestyle images into a thing that is called through Amazon called Amazon Enhanced Brand or A+ content. This is usually when you are trying to buy a product and then you go through that product and you look underneath the description of the product on that page and you see tons of images and description and it has a video and it shows you what it looks like. That's a A+ content. So if you have particular images that you want to add in, feel free to add it into your A+ content. When you put your files up, your image files, use those relevant keywords. So if you noticed on the first slide, we talked about the titles. We talked about researching the keywords. So if there's, let's say if you're selling, I'm going to use an example because we did this for a client. The client's selling dog waste bags. There were 20 different keywords that we had. We mirrored those 20 keywords on the title, description, key features, and we also put them in the back of the images. You don't have to put so many, but it's good to have at least one or two to help you optimize for those particular keywords to come up. Amazon has this thing called an A10 algorithm rank, and if you have high-performing keywords in the description of the images, it will make you guys come up higher and make your images more relevant. And again, this makes a difference when you're advertising because then you'll come up higher up because you had the most optimized product out of everybody else. Do not show irrelevant items. So avoid including any sort of an image that is not part of the product. This also applies if you're taking a picture of a product in a lifestyle setting and then Amazon doesn't know which one to pick. Am I picking the one that's on the left or the right or the middle? What do you want me to pick? So make sure that there's no additional useless photos that will cause confusion for the end user into your description. Now, the thing with Amazon is that it runs on two things: how optimized your product descriptions are, how optimized your product sections are, how optimized your product channel is, and how optimized is your A+ content, which you can set up a separate channel for all of your products and then have your A+ content in there. So the next piece that's very important is your key product feature. This is called a bullet point. So when you add in your products into Amazon, there's a section that says key features. And then when you look at other people's products online, you see that there's a bunch of bullet points and then it has certain features in those bullet points. So this is the third pillar that we need to be very conscious about. I'm going to put you here. So do a list only of the product's most essential features. And this is a very important one because a lot of times we're like, well, my product has like 30 key features. It's not good to put 30 key features in there. It's important to put like maybe the top 5. You don't have to do the top 30, do the top 5. And then make sure that you're describing the benefits and the features and only highlight what's the best based on the keywords that we found, okay? Because, so let's say we found that people care about, let's go back to the dog waste bag. Let's say people cared about the durability of it or that it's compostable. So if I'm writing a feature, I will focus on durability, compostable. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to make sure that my product has all the top features that it needs to have. And I would look at my competitors and see what top features they're using as well. Secondly, because I kind of want to incorporate those cool keywords that I don't want to miss out on. If I can add them as part of the features, then I would add them as part of the feature and I would word it exactly how that keyword is saying it. Don't add details just to fill in the character requirements. If you don't have any key features, leave it empty. You don't have to add in more stuff in there. And then one of the reasons behind that is because people read all the information that's on a product page and they will hold you accountable. and that they will leave a review based on something that you've said that is a key feature, but it wasn't. So this could affect you another way, so you don't want to do that. Don't add lengthy text content. So this is when, so a key feature is max 3 to 4 to 5 words, not 22 words or 3 sentences. So you want to make sure that if you're writing anything about and describing your key feature, don't go more than 5 bullet points, number one. Number two, make sure that it's only 2 to 3 wording to describe this feature that you have. And if you have more to say, that's fine. Take it to that Amazon enhanced branding content or the A+ and add as much information as you want in there. There you have so much room to add as much information as you want to, and express as much as you want and promote your products and add descriptions, but don't bulk up text into the feature section. Also, don't use any time-sensitive comments or special characters. So you cannot mention subjective or time-sensitive comments, promotions, shipping information, or special characters. Amazon is very, very, very clear on these, and they're sticklers about that. We had a client who was planning to get a $5 coupon, and we kept telling him, there's a whole coupon section on Amazon. You can give a coupon section. Don't write that in here. And if he did, one of the problems was that when he did that, that product got suspended. It takes 10 days to unsuspend a product. So you don't want that to happen to you. So the fourth one is the product description. This one gives us a little bit more of leeway as to what we can add in here. So in this one, we can add in some of those really good keywords. We call them SEO keywords as well. So those are the keywords that were researched originally to find out, what people are looking for. And when you research on Amazon and see which one of your competitors come up, and then write that word down, and then do a Google research as well. And then if you do have, there's some really cool tools that you can add into Amazon that will pop up some of the keywords that are related to you as well. So you can utilize the characters to create a concise description and make it optimized for your description. You want to incorporate high-performing key search terms. So a search term is different than a keyword. A keyword is dog waste bag. That's a keyword. Sorry, dog is a keyword. Poop bag is a keyword. But if you're doing dog waste bag, that's a search term because that's a whole term that I'm using to search for you. You can add in up to 2,000 words into your product description. However, when you sell a product online and you know who you're selling it to, you have to know how they search and are they going to read up to 2,000 words about this particular product, okay? Because as you know, we are living in an ADD society and not everybody's going to be reading 2,000 words about any sort of a product. It doesn't matter what it is. So be very careful with who you're targeting and how they want to learn about your product. So if you're going after the younger audience, they're not going to read 2,000 words. They might watch a video about it. Maybe that's a good opportunity for you to put a video up. So that would be an option. But if you are going to put 2,000 words, make sure that you add in all the key features of that product back into that description, because you didn't have the opportunity to put more than 5 key bullet points into the feature piece. But here you have the opportunity to add as much as you want into the description, up to 2,000 words. Do consider, sorry, my apologies. So do provide factual information on your detail page. So it's very important to add in as much information that is concise and truth about this product. If you are collecting information about your product because you're selling a third-party product through somebody else, make sure you fact check that information before you put it out there. A+ content is very important. It sits at the bottom of your product listing and it's aesthetically appealing. It has a lot of good data in it. So you can kind of further extend your searchability by using this A+ content and add in more information. So that video that I was telling you about, you can add that into the A+ content. You can put beautiful photos in there. You can put as much information. If you have different specs for your products, you can add that in there as well. The A+ content feature is not accessible to all sellers, as it's only eligible for brand registered businesses. This is very important. This is why I was saying to you, Rick, earlier, if you're going to set up an Amazon account, make sure you have all of your paperwork ready and set this up because you own the brand. This is your registered brand. It's a registered service. It's a registered company. It has all the paperwork that you need for the government, for any sort of if your product has a GTIN or a UPC, you have that information, then you qualify for this A+ content. Make sure that everything you put in is grammatically and punctuation-wise correct. Again, Amazon is extremely machine-driven, AI-driven. So it's important that you use the correct grammar and punctuation when you put any sort of a listing in your describing your products in details. So there's this thing that a lot of old fake marketing agencies used to tell people to do, and it was called keyword stuffing. This is when you take every single keyword that you could potentially think is going to work for you, and under this false narrative that this is going to be the best marketing strategy, they will tell you it's called the black hat tactic. Shove it into the listing, and it never works. It never works. I would prefer if you take maybe 2 to 5 top keywords instead of having 37,000. That doesn't work. Go with the top 5 keywords, and at least your pages and your products are optimized. And once that's optimized and people can actually search you for those top 5 products, then you can do a small little advertising budget just to get these products a bit of a traffic, foot traffic onto the page so you can sell your products. So do not practice keyword stuffing. Don't add in all these extra keywords because you think they're going to work and someone told you it's a great idea. It won't work. So because on Amazon, we're relying on people seeing our products, buying our products, and telling others how well this product does, and refer it to others based on with their reviews, we got to put a lot of emphasis on our product reviews. Now, why is that important? Because if you had a brick and mortar store, people can walk in, buy the product, they'll see you, they'll talk to you, they can interact with you. 50% will love you, 50% will not, but that 50% that loves you will bring you more customers. We don't have that. Everything is online right now. Because it's online, that customer service piece cannot die, because I, as a customer, still want someone to cater to me and pamper me and make me feel special for buying your product. So giving excellent customer service is very important. I recently bought ski boots for my son. The ski boots came in a beautiful package and it had a card on it. And the card was handwritten, thanking me for my purchase. And it had my first name and last name, and they thanked me for my purchase. And I loved it. I thought it was very wonderful. And then in the paper that was on that, they asked me if I can do a video review of the product and post it on their Amazon. Loved it. I said, absolutely, I will do it. I said to myself, there was nobody there. So I went in and I made a tiny little video and I posted it on the product. They then responded to my video, thanking me for my video, and they were asking me if I can send them a picture of my son wearing them and showing it to them, which I did again. So now there's multiple communications happening from a very happy customer with someone who actually is happy that I'm happy, and others are seeing it. I went back and looked. There were over 3,000 reviews on this particular product. I hadn't seen that before. I'd seen the stars, but I hadn't read all the reviews. And a lot of those reviews, it was because someone had said something praising the product, and the product owners had responded back to them. So that communication has increased the number of reviews that have come on. If I have a problem with a product, I want someone to get back to me right away. So do respond in a timely and professional manners. I want them to tell me, yes, if they made a mistake, we're sorry we made a mistake. What can we do to fix the problem? Was it our mistake, or was it something that you didn't, that you misunderstood? Either way, we'd like to help you with it. So what I would recommend is, prior to going on Amazon, create a list of responses that you would give in case of a happy customer and a sad customer. So you have it ready so you can respond from the comfort of your home if you're not in the office, and be quick with it. One of the things, I saw a video about this, I was laughing hysterically. Some guy was debating a customer on Amazon. The customer was angry, they had a negative feedback. This guy was just egging the customer on, and someone else made a TikTok about it and wrote a comment about it, and then that had viraled into this world of TikTok and probably into Instagram and Facebook and all of that. So don't debate them. If they're unhappy, and if you see that it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, ask them if there's a number or an email that you can connect with so you can fix this problem offline and deal with it. That way, you have assessed and addressed the issue and the problem without looking like you are debating the client. And you're not going to always win. There's always people that they just want to take advantage, and that's fine, but take that offline and deal with it offline. The next one is your Amazon product rating. So you want to create an action plan based on feedback and ratings. So your product rating can kind of affect your store and your customers. Sometimes filters the search results if you're not on the 4 to 5 rating. So you kind of want to optimize. If someone's saying to you, or more than one person is saying to you, this product is like misleading, or the sizes you're sending me is incorrect based on the reviews that you're getting or the feedback that people are providing you. What I would do is I would go back and read the product description and make sure that it's not misleading. And if they're saying at so part they didn't feel that this is explaining what it needs to explain, okay, let's go fix it. You want to make sure that your rating is, your product rating is high, because that's a reflection on who you are as a business. And higher your ratings are, higher you would come up organically, and higher you will come up when you run ads. So companies that have the highest number of sales are usually the companies that have the highest rating off of their products. So you kind of want to make sure that you check your rating and also gather as much feedback as you can. You can run email campaigns through Amazon, so take advantage of that and run those campaigns. Do not think that the ratings are just stars and numbers. That's a big mistake for Amazon sellers, to ignore ratings because they're just stars in the product. No, this affects your product's performance and you don't want that. And not everyone has the time to read through feedbacks. They'll look at that star rating. If it's not 4 or 5, they're not buying it. They're not going to buy something from someone who has a 2.5 star reviews. So take some time and make sure that this piece is done. Did you guys have any questions? Oh, there's a chat. Are we getting a PDF containing the recap of this meeting after? Absolutely, Victoria. I will send this to you. Rick, did you have any questions? You're muted.
No, I'm.
It's a lot of information. So I'll send you guys the PDF and I'll put it on the website so you guys can go ahead and review it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be more than glad to answer them. Enjoy your day. Bye, guys.
Great. Thank you, Maria.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.